be amazed by one of the largest and most awe-inspiring man-made inventions to grace the earth. The PTC200-DS, also known as the mother of all cranes, is considered one of the most formidable and strongest machines in the world. It's not just any crane that you will see at your nearest construction site. This behemoth has a whopping height of 695 feet, which comparatively is the same height as an actual Eiffel Tower, and you might feel like a small ant in its presence, but don't worry, its purpose is not to crush you. This beast can lift 2,000 tons, which is equivalent to the size of 350 elephants. It is mounted with load spreaders and based on a large steel ring. Its strong framework and heavy-duty engineering allow it to lift massive weights and even operate in the harshest conditions. To all those fantasy freaks out there, this one is for you, all thanks to the Zollner Electronic AG's efforts and relentless dedication. Now, the company managed to bring its visionary concept to life, a realistic-looking mechanical monster known as the Tradinno, which is used to perform in different festivals and theater events. It is also listed in the Guinness Book of World Records in 2014 for being the largest walking robot. The Tradinno is based on the fantasy concept of dragons, a fully automated fabled monster that is capable of moving on all fours with fluidity and grace. It is powered by a diesel engine that is connected to radial piston pumps that help the legs to move with freedom and support the weight of this 11-ton mechanical robot. The head and neck structure is mounted to the assembled machine. It is constructed using lightweight material so that it can withstand stress and keep up with force exerted by the powerful hydraulic cylinders, which enable the jaws to open and close without any challenges. Pneumatically fluid muscles are also used in the machine to communicate different expressions, almost like a dragon in real life. Now that we know that many of you would like to see this dragon perform and work its magic, we just have the answer for that. You can watch the Tradinno perform each August in the Bavarian town of Fürth im Wald. Bagger 293 is an enormous bucket wheel excavator captained by a crew of 5 that was designed and built by Tackraft, a heavy equipment manufacturer based in Germany. Now, this massive machine is one of the largest land vehicles in the world. The Bagger 293 is primarily used for strip mining operations. It is approximately 96 meters tall and 225 meters long, while weighing over 14,200 tons. It is capable of moving massive amounts of material in a single pass with the help of its series of buckets, which can hold up to 15 cubic meters of material. Once the material is scooped up, it is transported with the help of the conveyor system running along the length of the Bagger 293. Of course, you'll need to power it according to the work it does, so for that, an array of generators that can produce up to 16.5 megawatts of electricity is used. In the world of aircraft, there is a revolutionary innovation that I'm sure you haven't heard about, the Roc. The company StratoLaunch, established in 2011 by the pioneer and co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen. Now, Paul Allen came up with the idea of launching satellites mid-air with the help of a carrier plane designed and engineered especially for this purpose. The name Roc was inspired by Roc in Arabian mythology, which is like an eagle-like creature, bigger than the mountains and can lift anything. Roc is considered to be one of the largest airplanes by wingspan. It is heavily equipped with 6 powerful Pratt & Whitney PW4000 jet engines and can hold up to 500,000 pounds of payload. It can also reach an altitude of 35,000 feet where it can launch the payload into orbit. In addition to a maximum takeoff weight of 1.3 million pounds. Unfortunately, the idea of Roc was later terminated after the death of its founder in 2018. Have you ever seen titans walk the earth? Well, this supersized chain excavator is no less than one. Manufactured in 1987, this humongous machine can tear through rough terrains and giant rocks like a hot knife through butter. The RK5000 weighs up to 5 million kilograms and can excavate approximately 14,500 meter cubic hectares. The giant arm on the rear of the excavator is well equipped with a flexible chain, which is similar to a chainsaw and has the basic purpose of crushing through the terrain and dumping the material in the bucket chute, which then deposits the material through a discharge boom. Along with its massive size and incredible power, this chain excavator holds the ability to walk using its support structure. Unlike other excavators that imitate a caterpillar-like crawling moving pattern, this machinery stands as one of the most remarkable and truly a game changer in the world of heavy equipment. Now this Liebherr LR 13000 is a crane that could lift your house like a piece of cake. It's so tall that it could compete with the Empire State Building. Well, maybe not that much, but you get the idea. The LR 13000 is a proper heavy-duty machine that can lift up to 3,000 tons. It can reach about 800 feet tall and 400 feet long. Its crane is so powerful that it can lift entire buildings off the ground, making it the perfect tool for large-scale construction projects. Despite its massive size, it is pretty maneuverable with the help of a sophisticated computer system that helps operators to control the crane exactly how they want. So if you ever need to lift something extremely heavy, well, you know who to call. We are sure you've all seen a mole digging under the ground, but have you ever seen a humongous machine doing almost the same thing? Well, just on a more vast scale. This tunnel boring machine is named after the renowned Maori rights activist Dama Whina Cooper, who will help in constructing the first underground railway in Auckland. The Dame Whina Cooper TBM is an earth pressure balance machine that ensures the people above do not notice anything happening below. On the front of the machine, there is a rotating cutter head engineered for breaking and removing materials that come in its way. Now, the machine, with the help of hydraulic cylinders, moves forward at the top only 32 meters a day. From cargo to the cockpit, this aircraft is truly a remarkable invention and a marvel of engineering in aviation history. Firstly introduced in the 1965 Paris Air Show, it was designed by the Antonov Design Bureau of the Soviet Union. This heavy military transport aircraft served the basic purpose of supporting military operations and maintaining crucial supply lines to places where it was difficult to reach by land or sea. This aircraft is powered by 4 turboprop engines, complementing a pair of contra-rotating propellers. The AN-22 is built with a high tail, which allows the aircraft to operate freely on unpaved runways and rough terrain. It has a streamlined body that is primarily made of metal, and the exterior is painted gray with markings of its country of origin. The cockpit of the AN-22 is located at the front of the aircraft and is geared with advanced navigation and communication equipment. The windows of the cockpit are tinted to reduce glare and improve visibility. Are you ready to hear about a machine that is so big and powerful, make even Godzilla feel small? Well, then let us tell you about the Liebherr R9800. Now this bad boy is one of the big bad boys among machines, coming in at over 800 tons and measuring 8 meters tall, 12 meters wide, and 15 meters long. Some may accuse it of being on steroids, but the size is not the only thing it has. It's a proper workhorse designed to scoop up massive amounts of materials with its enormous bucket. And to power it, 2 powerful diesel engines producing up to 4,000 horsepower prove it not to be all talk. So if you're looking for a machine that's big, strong, and a bit intimidating, then you are in the right place. Now this is a proper monster. Well, it's technically a mining dumping truck, but let's be real, it looks like a proper monster. Well, it's so big that it could probably carry a building or two on its back without breaking a sweat. 6 times as powerful and produces 24 times more torque than an F1 car, the Belaz 75710 is almost 10 meters tall, 20 meters long, and weighs a crazy 450 tons. With its pneumatic 8-wheel design, it can carry massive amounts of material with a capacity of 450 metric tons. With this much power, you would expect it to be crazy hot inside. But don't you worry, it's got air conditioning and a GPS, and with all these features, one might think it even has a bar inside. Well, this is a mysterious tunnel boring monster. The Bertha tunnel boring machine weighs 6,700 tons, is over 17 meters tall, is almost as long as a football field, about 100 meters. It is so good at its job that it makes solid rocks feel like butter, using a spinning cutter head at the front to grind through the earth. Now, Bertha's a highly specialized piece of equipment that is capable of digging through even the toughest materials. Bertha was specifically designed for the digging of a tunnel under the city of Seattle. While it was designed specifically for that tunnel, it later on resulted in a modern transportation infrastructure that significantly improved the city's transportation network.